Okay, so we're thrilled to have all of you here and appreciate your time to participate. This is Alex from Milesight, and here with me in this webinar, we're glad to have several co-presenters, including Camcloud CEO Brandon, Camcloud CTO Alan, and Sean, who is the Gesturing founder and CTO. They are authorized Milesight distributor in the US. Over the past few years, we have seen the trend of cloud video surveillance on the rise. As a camera manufacturer, Milesight has always been attentive to the progress of cloud video surveillance and who are the active and highly recognized software players. So we're so excited here today to announce our partnership with one of them, Camcloud, and host this webinar to introduce our integration. We hope today's presentation will be successful with your engagement and informative for those of you looking for cloud solutions. So the main agenda, as you can see, will start from a brief introduction of Milesight, and Brendan will then introduce Camcloud and talk about cloud video surveillance. And Camcloud CTO Alan will then introduce the current integration through a live demo. Sean will then join in, share some interesting test cases of using Milesight's 4G solar-powered camera with Camcloud on-site. Throughout the presentation, we encourage everyone to use the chat box or Q&A function to submit your questions. Technicals from both Milesight and Camcloud will be standing by and respond to them. Also, I would like to ask you to listen attentively because at the end of this webinar, we'll have a prize quiz. It is just about 5 questions, and we'll have 5 fastest winners for the prize, which is a premium Milesight camera with 2 months complimentary Camcloud Cloud VMS license. Lastly, please be informed that this webinar will be recorded. We will share the recording afterwards with partners who are unable to watch the entire webinar. Without further ado, let's just get right started. So I would like to take the chance to introduce Milesight first. So we are a high-tech company established in 2011. We grew from a small business of 12 people to a company now with over 600 employees, with over 50% annual growth rate compound. Today, our business is based on global, and we have over 20,000 channels throughout the world. And since the beginning, we have focused on only one thing, so to make our product that help people sense the world. So the ambition has driven our 2 concentrated product lines, AI cameras for video surveillance and intelligent traffic, and IoT sensors. So the camera perceives the world visually and with analytics insights, and the sensors help you understand it from other physical dimensions. Altogether, they make our world more digital, understandable, analyzable, and actionable. Our products not only provides the function, but also a premium quality proved by its less than 0.7% defect rate. Besides, Milesight product provides a commitment to be secure, greener, and opener. So secure is demonstrated by our awareness of security and encryption technologies. We ensure our compliance with several regional data security regulations, such as IEC, FIPS, and also we are NDAA compliance, and we are also conforming to other industrial standards. And greener is reflected in our product design to be energy efficient, environmental friendly, and also, for example, we have switched our package to green package design to reduce carbon footprint. Opener is our commitment to the future. As a hardware manufacturer, we strive to ensure the openness of products and its compatibility with a wide range of software and applications through standard on-bit profile, GMSNT, and API integration. The goal of openness leads us to the partnership with Camcloud, for sure. Altogether, we can create solutions that address problems better. Now, I would like to pass the microphone over to Brandon, and let's hear about cloud video surveillance and the demo. Hey, Brandon, you're on.
Hey, Alex, thanks very much. As mentioned, my name is Brendan Harrison. I'm the CEO of Camcloud. I'm joined by my colleague, Alex Zukic, who's our Chief Product Officer. And we're very happy to be here and have the opportunity to talk about Camcloud, our platform, and our integration with the Milesight cameras. And we're going to provide a live demo of that integration and show you how it all works. But first, quick intro into Camcloud. We're a software platform, and we consider ourselves ideal for multi-location business video surveillance. So we describe our platform as cloud video surveillance. Many in the industry would call us a cloud VMS or video management system. And I'm sure most people on the call here are very familiar with VMS systems. So let me just focus on some of the highlights of our platform. So number one, we provide secure cloud storage. So all of your video data, your images, your surveillance video data is stored in the cloud. It's not stored on site in a drive. We're hardware free, and so this is really unique for us. We talk about this a lot. For our cloud solution, there's no requirement for any sort of gateway or appliance or server on premise. It's a direct connection from camera to cloud. And that really leads into our plug and play camera support. And what we've done with the Milesight cameras is we've got very seamless plug and play support with the Milesight cameras. And we'll talk more about that in detail and show you a demo. Next slide, please. So let's go into a little bit more about cloud video surveillance and some of its benefits. So what Camcloud's actually seen in the market is a growing adoption of cloud, typically, but not always, but typically as a replacement for legacy NVRs or other on-premise systems. So basically, our observation is that there's an upgrade wave happening in the market, and many businesses are modernizing their video surveillance by moving away from NVRs and other legacy systems, and they're just going right to cloud. They're adopting a cloud-based system. So as mentioned, there's no on-premise gateway or server with Camcloud. So what that does is effectively offers unlimited scalability, right? So there's no constraints around physical locations. You can essentially add unlimited locations, users, and cameras to your cloud account. So the result, in the end, when you bring it all together, is a centralized solution where you can centralize all your cameras and manage them in a single pane of glass. Next slide, please. All right, so let's walk through the basics of the integration. As I mentioned, we're going to show you a live demo of all this in a couple minutes, but I wanted to quickly go through the key points so everyone understands the architecture and sort of what's going on in the background. So let's first obviously start with your Milesight camera, right? So once you have your Milesight camera set up with the latest firmware that includes the Camcloud integration, you've got it powered up, it's on the network, now you're ready to add it to the cloud. And so from the Camcloud apps, you basically just use our camera wizard, and we'll show you this, and you can easily add your Milesight camera to the cloud. For secure authentication, you just supply the MAC, serial number, username, password, and the camera's automatically and securely added to your cloud account. And from there, all your footage is stored safely in the cloud, and you can use our web and mobile apps to manage your cameras, review video, etc. So in summary, kind of the bottom line here is the approach we've taken eliminates upfront capital cost because you're not buying servers or appliances for every single location. And you replace it with an easy to use solution. It's easy to set up and get going, and a simple monthly subscription. Next slide, please. All right, so we're going to get to the demo next, but I just want to talk quickly about the ideal target markets for the Camcloud solution. So Camcloud is really sort of a horizontal solution. Really it can be used anywhere. But right now, the way the market is, our ideal markets are ones with multiple locations and where physical space is at a premium, and maybe even power and internet's also limited. So our serverless approach, right, with the easy camera setup is ideal for these types of situations. Now that can, as I said, can be any vertical market, but the markets where we're seeing in particular a lot of adoption are restaurant retail, right? In particular, multi-location QSR. You've got smaller spaces in those types of stores. Community security, including multi-asset property management businesses, HOAs, etc., as well as off-grid deployments. So we're going to be talking more about that with the 4G kit from Milesight. But off-grid deployments are great for serverless VMS like Camcloud. So you'll see that in construction sites, industrial deployments, and in maybe more remote or rural isolated areas. So I'm going to stop talking now. That's the high-level summary of Camcloud. Happy to share about Camcloud and our business. And now I'm going to hand it off to Alan Zukic for a live product demo.
Okay, thank you, Brendan. Let me just switch us over here so you can see my screen. Let us know if you're not seeing my screen. Hopefully everybody is. Okay, so as Brendan mentioned, it's just like we described. You think of it like a cloud VMS or a VMS solution, but in this case, everything's stored in the cloud. And as usual, you're looking here at the Camcloud platform. Of course, you have your web app or your mobile app, same idea. But what you get, of course, is all your live views of all your cameras. You've got all your cloud recording, and that's what you see down here below. The light blue is representing your 24/7 recording. Your dark blue lines are representing some sort of event that's happening. It could be as simple as a motion event or something more complex like a VCA event. We'll get into more details of how we can leverage some events from cameras such as Milesight camera and the detailed AI events that are available. So with all these capabilities here, you see I have a Milesight camera here. I can just drill into that. This is just a camera that's mounted in third story so we can see what's happening. And of course, you can jump into any point in time to look at anything in the past, whether you jump through your calendar or at a certain time or a few minutes ago as we're looking at right now. Now, what I want to really show you with this is how easy it is to add a plug-and-play camera like Milesight into the system. So we're going to select a Milesight camera. The unique feature we have here is called our secure tunnel connection. So this is a secure encrypted tunnel. Let's add a name for our camera, anything you want. Let's use secure tunnel. And then the only pieces of information that you need is the serial number, the MAC address, the username, and the password. Let's hope I typed that in right. And you can get the serial number and the MAC address right from the camera UI interface. So it's all available to you. That's all you need. So what it's doing right now, it's doing a test connection, seeing if it has the connectivity, and it does. Then you have a few other options that you can set, like the resolution, the encoding. One thing that I should mention is, obviously, I was showing you everything was 24/7 recording with all that light blue line of all your cloud storage, but you don't have to choose that. If you want just pure event recording, you have bandwidth restrictions, or you only care about the events themselves, you can choose event recording. So the choice is yours on how you want to set up this camera, but all the controls are available. So as it adds, it's going to tell me if I ever do want to do event-only information. It provides you some FTP credentials. And that's it. It's as simple as that to add your camera. Just with under 10 seconds, you have your camera added to the Camcloud platform. Now, one really unique thing that's associated with this, now let's go back to one of these cameras I had already running. This is a PE series camera. There's a couple important things that I think are very relevant. One is what we call device access. And this is amazing because this is actually a proxy right into the camera itself. So now I'm into the camera UI completely remotely, anywhere where I am in the world, I can log into this camera. And why that's important? Well, what if you want to configure certain events? Let's go back to this camera. Let's click the integrations button. And I have a specific Milesight events URL that I can use. If I copy this, we're going to go into the Milesight camera, and I want to show you how you can leverage some of the specific events from the Milesight VCA event types. And these are things like your intrusion detection, line crossing, even advanced motion detection, where it's based on a number of different settings that you want to enable. So all you need to do is enable this particular event, select what options you want, then go into alarm action, go into HTTP notification, and all you have to do is paste that URL that I just copied in there, make sure we enable it, turn it to a post method, and then save it. When you do that, now we're going to be triggering all these other types of events, from intrusion detection to line crossing, whatever you want. And let me show you what that looks like. I'm going to jump to something that we call the Event Explorer in the Camcloud platform. And this is showing us very specific events associated with all those dark blue lines that you saw in the cloud storage, we can actually go and say, okay, let's take a look at the Milesight camera and let's search for, I don't know, we said intrusion. Let's search for intrusion. What does it find here? Well, it finds a number of intrusion events, or I can say, hey, how about let's just search for a person? And again, just using the Milesight VCA events, you see I have a number of events that are associated with intrusion, or you can see there's a motion one. Well, why is this one associated with a person? Well, because a human is detected down here. They're walking across. Or intrusion, same thing. It detected a human. So it depends on the configuration you set, but you have a lot of options to leverage not only the cloud storage and everything associated with the platform of using your cameras in the cloud, but as well as leveraging all those events and capabilities through the Milesight VCA cameras. So hopefully that was helpful for everybody. I'll pass it back over to Alex.
Hey, thank you, Alan. So let me share my screen back. Yeah, and that was really a wonderful demo. The experience of using Milesight on Camcloud is truly remarkable and streamlined. So before we invite Sean to introduce his on-site testing, I would like to introduce this product first that he's been testing. So this is 4G solar powered camera. We have mentioned this name a few times on this webinar. So this camera is a 4 megapixel camera, primarily designed to address the off-grid scenarios that Brandon mentioned earlier, where there are challenges with wired networking and power supply. And also, it's a headache for the placement of recording devices. So this is actually a very well-suited solution for use with the cloud platform like Camcloud. So first, this camera will integrate a plug-and-play agent, allowing you to use the secure internal connection to Camcloud over a 4G network with even dynamic IP addresses. Secondly, as a solar-powered model used outdoor, it has excellent power control that consumes only around 2.3 watts with per hour. So with a maximum 540 watts battery module, it can work for about 9 days. That's almost 10 days continuously with AI enabled. So additionally, it has IP67 protection rating, and it can withstand wind up to 12th grade. So this is really a high reliability you can be assured about. So there are also some special features with this camera, such as the dynamic frame rates, which helps with the saving bandwidth. And this product will come in 2 versions, security version and AMPR version, allowing you to choose based on your specific surveillance needs. So now let me invite Sean from Jetstream, our distributor, to introduce his testing. Hey, Sean.
Thank you, Alex. Yeah, my name is Sean, and I'm with Jetstream Systems. We're out of Wichita, Kansas in the USA. We are a full stocking distributor for Milesight cameras, and we're very excited to have the SP111 as part of our portfolio. Let me share my screen here if I can, Alex.
Yeah, we're good to go.
Okay, is it showing? Which one do you have there? I can't see here.
You have your main desktop.
Okay. How about
there you
now?
go. Yeah,
okay,
got it.
Very good. So yeah, historically, when presented with off-grid solutions, I think a lot of people are forced to try to maybe manufacture their own solution that's battery-powered, solar-powered, LTE cellular enabled. And it becomes quite complex. And so I think it's very exciting that the SP111's come to market now that you saw previously, and it incorporates all those things out of the box. And so one of the things I wanted to show you here real quick here, I know that Alan showed us the back end of the camera and the motion analytics, the object detection, and all the neat stuff that Milesight has to offer on those cameras. But this particular camera, like I said, is LTE cellular enabled. You also saw that it was AT&T and Verizon. And so that's going to give you the band 71, the band 13s. They're in your rural areas that I think it's really important to have that camera. But we did try this one on T-Mobile, and sure enough, as you can see right here in the settings on the network, it pulls right up on T-Mobile. So very excited to see that as well. Again, these are off-grid solutions, and so you see those in construction sites, highway applications, lots of places where you can't get power. And I think it's becoming more and more prevalent to have an off-grid solution that's not only available, but just really easy to use. And that's particularly good with the Camcloud platform, because you don't have to have a server on the system itself. It just pipes it straight across the cellular network to their direct to cloud platform. And so it's really seamless and nice. Let's pull up a few videos here just so you can see it in action. And these are directly cut from the Camcloud platform. So I'll hit play here. And you can see right now the SP111 recording a highway scene, and those cars are traveling about 65 miles per hour. So really nice footage there. This particular camera, again, is on T-Mobile, and I think we stepped on it to go to under 1 megabit per second. And it's also got some frame rate adjustments that you can do on demand based on analytics. So depending on your environment, you may have 100 megabit per second cellular, or you might be in a precarious position, a rural environment, that you have to manipulate the stream a little bit so it can accommodate all different scenarios for you there. Play one more here for you. This is just shooting back to the building here. And we can see it's just really nice to be able to put that on a pole, and everything is all included there. One other thing that I wanted to show here real quick is some diagnostics information, if I can find it. And I'm back on the camera here. And again, this is going to be available straight from Camcloud under device access. So we can go down here to battery management system. And we can see that the battery levels where they are, they're all topped off currently. The system can accommodate up to 6 batteries. Currently, we only have 4 batteries inside of it, and they're all lithium batteries. So again, all of these features are going to be available straight from a quick access from Camcloud. Again, we are Jetstream Systems, and we're located in Wichita, Kansas. We are a distributor for all Milesight products. So if you've got any questions, please give us a call. Thanks, Alex.
Thank you, Sean. Okay, so I'm sharing my screen back. So thank you, Sean, for sharing the case. We look forward to some further update, and we hope all the audience can find Sean's sharing useful, especially when you're dealing with off-grid scenarios such as highways, construction sites, parking lots, and farms. So before the pricing quiz, that will be the final sector. So I would like to introduce our overall compatibility with the Camcloud. So we have finished the basic functions across all product series, including the live view playback, basic video settings, and PDZ for PDZ cameras. And for the AI event management, we have done them on our Mini, Pro, and PDZ series, and we will have it ready very soon for the rest platforms because they are sharing the similar interfaces and APIs.